Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for another YouTube video. Allincrypto here, and today we are going to be delivering another daily cryptocurrency market update. First of all, I'd like to wish you all a happy Friday. The weekend has arrived, and if you are new around here, every single day at 1 p.m. UK time, we do an update just like this one to help you guys stay up to date with the latest and greatest things happening within the crypto space, but also the broader markets, and that's exactly what we're going to be doing in this video. We've got an interesting video lined up for you. We are going to be looking at some recent comments from Michael Saylor, where he talks about banks and the likes of banks, institutions getting on board with Bitcoin, and that's what he is wanting, and the crypto space is needing to see. He also talks about the capitulation of altcoins into Bitcoin. My personal opinion on his comments on altcoins is that he doesn't really understand these altcoins. He has his Bitcoin blinkers on, like most Bitcoin maxis do, and they haven't seen the wider periphery of this space and the multitude of areas that it's transforming. You know, it is literally transforming everything. And Bitcoin, unfortunately, is not going to be the distributed ledger that is going to run identities, finance, you know, and everything in between. Gaming, self-driving cars, you know, you name it, AI protection. However, Bitcoin is a true revolution. It is a movement. It is an alternative money, and it's also a social thing just as much as anything. You know, Bitcoin truly is magnificent. We love Bitcoin. We're just not a Bitcoin maxi. We have a broader scope when it comes to this market, and I believe actually a better understanding of it, if I do say so myself. So we are going to be looking at some comments from Michael Saylor. We're also going to be talking about the dollar. You guys know that we are potentially looking at a risk-on period that is largely going to be anchored around the dollar rolling over. Of course, crypto and gold have done very well. The stock market, which is actually at a very interesting place, which I want to talk to you guys about, somewhere that we have said we were looking at. This is a textbook retest. We teach something called stage analysis within the Patreon. It is the best technical way of looking at the market for from a retail investment point of view. We basically break the market down into four, and we show you what you should do at each point. Now, this is something that will put you ahead of the pack, and it plays out time and time again. We're seeing it across the board. We've seen it already with a lot of our stocks like Microsoft, which we were able to call long on. You know, look at Microsoft, look at where it's bouncing. The stock market is potentially turning. This is all coinciding with a risk on period that's going to be largely anchored around the dollar rolling over. So we are going to be covering that. We'll be looking at Bitcoin. Also, we actually have now entered some swing trades, which you can also find out about on the Patreon, as well as get access to my entire portfolio, but it's not for everyone. Today's a big day. We've got non-farm payroll. This is literally dropping within the next minute. We're going to see this in together. So we will come back to this once I have started the video off with a huge announcement. You guys know that we have launched our website, allincrypto.com. And I always started this channel, started my journey making content with the aim in mind of helping people make the mistakes, not to make the mistakes, sorry, that I did. And I've made every mistake in the book. And actually, you know, mistakes are a good thing. We live in a society where mistakes are punished. However, they should be encouraged, because making mistakes will make you better at whatever it is. Take a real simple narrative or parallel. You know, riding a bike. You know, you can be told how to ride a bike all you want. However, it's not until you actually get on that bike, start riding it, start falling off, that you'll learn. But to come back to the announcement, you know, we have been publishing some of the hottest news in the space to keep you guys up to date. A lot of projects that a lot of big other media channels just simply don't cover. Today, we are officially announcing what we believe is essentially a better version of CoinMarketCap. And that's my opinion, of course. But you guys will notice on the top right, we have added a section called charts and prices. You can also access this through clicking, let's say, on Cardano, for example. It's going to bring you to a page where you will be able to gain all the news, a bit about Cardano, what it is, look at it, look at what exchanges are doing what, where it's featured, where you can buy it, and you're going to be able to gain access to a trading view chart, which is going to enable you guys who may not be familiar with trading view to basically use and do your technical analysis of, if you choose to do it. It's also going to give you a really good way of keeping track of the price. We've also got Twitter feeds that we've just implemented to ensure that you guys stay up to date with the latest and greatest things happening. Our aim is to become your one-stop shop when it comes to crypto, for news, for looking at charts, and for everything in between, ladies and gentlemen. We're very excited to bring this to you, and we really would encourage and hope that you guys go over and check it out. If you go over to here and click all, you can actually create a favorite list. You can favorite certain cryptos that you like so that you can constantly stay up to date with them. We give you lots of information on them. Let's just click on Bitcoin. You will get this essentially popping up. You can play around with this. You can practice technical analysis. You can add indicators, and more importantly, you can keep an eye on the price. We also look at volume, market cap, available supply. We've got block explorers, official website, GitHub, Reddit, Twitter, Facebook, absolutely everything, guys. This is truly amazing, and it's due to my amazing business partner that this has been facilitated. So do come and check this out. We are absolutely aiming to be your one-stop shop. I do believe the non-farm payroll number has just dropped. It's come out below expectations, ladies and gentlemen, at 150,000 jobs. The expectations was 178. This was the real first sign of this shooting star candle where we looked at a risk-on period. Let's see assets rise today. Bitcoin getting a little bit off the end of this. Let's just recap on the risk-on, risk-off period. Let's not put the S&P on because it will come up in Bitcoin orange. Let's start with Bitcoin. Let's add the S&P, and let's add something like gold. And we've also added debt, and we'll do that actually. We'll add the full suite. This is what we've been looking at for a long time now. Let's switch all these to auto. To log. Let's keep them all in line. Dollar up, markets down. Dollar down, markets up. Inflation spiked. Look at what happened with the markets. We're looking at a turning. If we get that turning, just to highlight this once more, dollar up, markets generally down. Dollar down, markets up. Dollar up, markets down. Are we about to get the dollar going down and markets going up? You guys know that we do not believe a recession is going to come until later than many people expect. And we've looked at this technically in regards to rates, the laggard effect of rates, what they mean, and everything in between. We've done a lot of studying on this. So it's good news for markets that non-farms down. You also have to, it's a double-edged sword because you've got to watch unemployment in regards to the stock market because it's very correlated. It's very interesting where the stock market bounced right where we were expecting it to do. So this is a perfect retest. You guys can learn about support and resistance. You got your resistance, support, flipped into resistance, flipped into support. And this is, we've assessed what is a bottoming market that we've got higher targets for. We'll see what happens. You can see gold, of course, enjoying. Gold is on the way towards $3,000. You're just waiting to break out of this range, in my opinion. Let's go and take a look again at what the dollar is doing. Little bit. Let's get rid of that. We'll see. The dollar's also in a range, but it's at the bottom side of it. The only thing that worries me a little bit is the gap that you have here. Usually these get filled. I kind of maybe thought that non-farm might fill it and then roll over. But this is good news for risk, guys. This is really good news. This is going to support Bitcoin. It's going to support the markets generally. You'd have had an adjustment if we look at a pre-market for Microsoft. Look at this. Look at how this jumped. Google, you've got this gap here that we're waiting to get filled. Always be careful with these gap, guys. You can learn all about this. We actually have a swing trade on the Patreon at the moment. So this is good news for risk. This is very much what we're looking for, what we're expecting. And of course, we know where we're wrong, and that is if the dollar goes on and breaks out of the range that it's currently in, and that'll mean it won't be turning. As full systems go, we've kept you guys up to date throughout this entire bear market on what we think. We also kept you out the market largely in 2022. I personally got back into the market in the start of 2023, and we think that was, by all accounts, a good decision. History or time will tell. And we continue to maintain a along the market stance. And the dollar rolling right now may support that. The last thing I want to go over, guys, is some Michael Saylor comments. And then we're going to wrap the video up. And I will love and leave you to your Friday. So this was interesting. Saylor, we're going to need the big banks to become crypto custodians. Wasn't the idea of Bitcoin to remove banks from the system? I am cautious with Michael Saylor. I think if you look at MicroStrategy, it paints a very to bring it up. And we actually think MicroStrategy is going to do well, something we've been longing. Where is MicroStrategy? We've probably even got some technical analysis on this. Yes, we do. Looked at with Patreons. Yeah, I mean, this has got a higher target, probably up to here to new highs. I mean, look at this again. Breakout, retest, put it on the weekly to make that more clear. Come learn stage analysis, guys. It will change your the way you view the markets. Technically, we are champions. We champion technical analysis because it works. I think most people don't understand it, and that's why they dismiss it. But MicroStrategy, the point I was going to make was this was by all accounts a dead company. Didn't recover from the dot-com boom until he found Bitcoin. I'm a bit cautious with Michael Saylor, but I'm going to go ahead and play the clip. This guy is right in regards to, you know, kind of contradictory that you want banks to come in when the whole concept behind Bitcoin was to remove these banks. Anyway, let's give Michael Saylor the floor.
For the industry to move to the next level, we need to migrate to adult supervision. We're going to need big banks to become the crypto custodians. We're going to need Wall Street to take a role. And we need to rationalize away from the 100,000 crypto tokens, you know, yo-yo coins that people are manipulating to Bitcoin. Bitcoin is an asset without an issuer. It is the one universally recognized protocol that's a commodity in the space. So when banks on Wall Street and responsible custodians are managing Bitcoin and the industry takes its eyes away from all of the shiny little tokens that have distracted and demolished shareholder value, I think the industry moves to the next level and we 10x from here.
Of course, you would be hoping for that as one of the largest holders of Bitcoin, although the US government hold more Bitcoin than he currently does. To dismiss altcoins as yo-yo coins, you've really not even bothered to understand them. You've not bothered to look into them. You know, Bitcoin is special. It's very separate. And this is the thing that I think that Bitcoin, this is where Bitcoin maxis really fall short for me because they fail to actually even understand Bitcoin and the fact that it's different from what altcoins are trying to do. We are currently writing a book that we can't wait to bring out where we go through the entire history of, it's about 10 coins in specific that we believe are going to change the world. But in doing that, we set up this space in regards to, we look at history of it, we look at history of money, you know, from everything from the first altcoin all the way down to, you know, the 22,000. Of course, we don't cover all of them altcoins that we have today. So really excited to bring that out. What do you think about Michael Saylor's comments? What do you think about him wishing that banks were to get involved? That's really all I've got for you guys. On that note, I really want to love and leave you. Don't forget to come and check out our website. I'm wishing you all an amazing Friday. Good news for risk with the dollar rolling over. Something we've been looking at. We've been early on it. These things take time to play out. And yeah, that's all we've got, guys. Thanks for watching. Have a great Friday and a great weekend. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.